Welcome to Sanmoon. Today we are going to continue the interpolation with multiple different ways how to use the interpolation from the component variables. If you are new for this video, please check the previous videos which we have been explained how to start with Angular and how to create a component, and then how we can use the application as well as interpolation in the starting steps. Please subscribe and check the description. I've been shared all the videos in this video description. Let us continue. So in this video we have been check how to create a variable, and also how to use different ways, another ways we can use the interpolation. So interpolation basically a technique to display the value of a variable in the view, in the HTML view. So that particular view has been revealed the data that could be any kind of data. I've been shown you that string data, boolean, as well as number, how we can able to show. So there is no difference because these variables are primitive. That means the value which there in this variable is direct. That means in this particular name the value is direct value, which is a string, and is value true is a boolean, so the value will be true or false. It's also direct value. And also the same thing will apply to the salary, where it is 10,000, which is a number. A value directly assigned to the variable is called primitive data types. Whereas we have different kinds of data types, I'm going to show you today, which is an object data type. For example, I have an employee, and employee cannot be a value, direct value. So in this case, we can able to have this kind of curly braces and start putting the values like this. Now, so one employee can have different values like this. So in this case, I have been created two different properties along with a department. That means third property I would like to show you over there, and we can able to have like this multiple data to one particular employee, and this is a valid object, and we can say it is a object. That means this value which is been applied, that means assigned to the variable employee, is not a primitive value, but it is a multiple different properties has been created, which is called object value. So when we have an object value, how we can show using interpolation? So if I have an employee object, now I would like to show you how to use this object. Let us save this and go to the HTML. Let me just delete everything which is already having in my HTML, and just observe here what is the variable name is same like employee. And if I save this and check in the browser, what will going to happen will show first. So whenever I save that, it will be object. This is the way if you are printing, or if you are trying to directly see the value of an object, you will be able to see like this. So that means what you need to understand, it is not a direct value, or it is not a primitive data type variable. It is actually contained object. In that case, how to get the value from an object? Here we need to understand one thing. The particular object will have properties and behaviors. A combination of properties and behaviors is actually called as object. We're going to talk about what is the actually properties and what are the behaviors and how the object creation, everything in the later sessions. But in this case, object is one of the popular data type, and everywhere we actually deals with object. That's what I wanted to show you in a different way. So in this case, name, department, and salary. Three different properties are available in an object. Object name is employee. So in this case, how to just wanted to display name? For that, we need to use the dot and then put the variable, that means the property name which you wanted to display, that means which you wanted to show in the interpolation. The moment I keep it, let us just check that we can see the value of the particular name property inside an object will be directly shown in the HTML. Now let us just show all three properties of an object: name, department, and salary. Department and salary. The moment I save it, you can able to see the values of an object. This is how you wanted to use an object to display inside the interpolation. Now that means you will observe here, if you have an object, you cannot display it directly into the interpolation, but you can use the dot operator, or we can call it as period, and we can add the property so that you can able to see, or you can able to display the data which is there inside the object property. Now the same thing will be going to apply in an array. So we have another called array. Let me just show you what is an array. Array is a collection of data values with comma separated. I'm going to show you that how array will be displayed first. So in this case, okay, so I have multiple values. So like that, comma separated values has been kept in a braces. If you check this, this is a array braces. So this is one of the most important usage of data type, which is array, and this is called array. So if a array which is having a multiple values, these values can be primitive, or these values can be objects, this value can be anything. Okay, so that is allowed, but I would like to show you first what is an array and how the data will be stored in an array which is comma separated, and the data can be stored in comma separated, and each and every array will have an index. Index means how the value is stored in the location. This is it, always index starts from 0, and that is what we can able to call it as the number of items in that array is actually length of an array. All these things we can able to discuss in the later sessions. But now if I have an array like this, how to show that in the interpolation? Let us see that. I just saved it and I wanted to copy the variable name, and I can go to the HTML and let us display the variable directly in the interpolation, and let us observe how it will be able to show inside the browser. If you observe here, the array values directly shown as it is. That means whatever have been assigned in comma separated, those values actually shown in the interpolation if I use directly. So that is one thing. Second thing, as we discussed in the previously, we have indexes. That means if I wanted to show the first index value, I can put like this. The moment I keep it like that, it will be going to show us only the first value of an array. Like that, if you wanted to show the second value, or you can use 1, index 1, 0 and 1. 1 is the second value of an array. If you observe here, the second value of array is 23. So like that, we can able to use the indexes to display the value in the interpolation as well. So this is how we can use the interpolation, and you can able to use the locations of an array, and we can able to use the array indexes, and we can play around it. Show you which is how to understand, how to know what is the length of an array. So if you wanted to know the length of an array, you can able to use the property called length. Array dot length, it will be going to show us how many items or how many values available inside an array, that is 6 in this case. So this is the interpolation, and using interpolation I can able to use object properties, as well as we can able to play around with the arrays. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this session, please comment and share this video. If you don't want to miss my upcoming videos, please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.